YTBC, what's the deal? So with this rematch with Vladimir Klitschko versus Tyson Fury, very even fight. I even think I seen the odds makers had it a minus 110 for both guys. I mean, it's very even, like a pick'em fight. Based on the fact that Vladimir Klitschko had a long title reign. What was it? 18 successful defenses, I believe. He had a long title reign, and he was a 5-1 favorite going into that. And I like to bring up betting odds because for my bettors out there, I know some of you always leave comments like, what the fuck does betting odds mean? It means nothing. It means something if you bet, all right? So, but I picked Vladimir Klitschko to win the fight against Tyson Fury. Although, and I'm going to keep saying this because people think I'm hating on Vladimir. I've said this after the Jennings fight. Vladimir does not look the same. He looks a little bit haggard. And I even think his next fight, and this was before the Fury fight was made, I said in his next fight, we may start to see Vladimir Klitschko win split decisions if they go 12 rounds. Because I just think he is human, man. He's not going to stay the same great Vladimir Klitschko until he's fucking 48 years old. I mean, I guess time will tell, but he's human, okay? So I start to see him decline a little bit, although still better than most heavyweights. Just thought he was declining after the Jennings fight. Just watching that fight and just the way he looked in that fight. But with that said, though, going into this Fury rematch, it's a pick'em fight based on Vladimir. He didn't get his ass whooped in the Fury fight. He got beat soundly, but it was in a way of Fury outlanded him, kept his distance. He was able to out-grab and hold Vladimir, which I didn't think nobody would be able to do in today's landscape. He was able just to really sully Vladimir's approach, you know. He was able to land or have a better jab on fight night. On fight night, he had the better jab. I'm not saying his jab is all-time greater than Vladimir's, but on fight night, his jab was better. That's just what it is. But in this fight, though, if Vladimir Klitschko goes on to win this fight with Tyson Fury, now we're going on ifs, and I'm just posing this question to the YTBC. If Vladimir wins, do you think, okay, Vladimir got the titles back, now it's back to Vladimir just dominating everybody? Or do you think Vladimir wins, or especially if he wins this fight, do you still think that this new crop of heavyweights are going to be able, more guys are going to be able to beat Vladimir Klitschko? Or do you think Klitschko just had a hiccup the first time, he's going to get his titles back and go back on and reign for another 5 or 6 years? What do you guys think? Me personally, I think that win, lose, or draw, I just think this crop of heavyweights is a little bit more talented than the crop of heavyweights that we seen 2011, 2012. I think they're just better with Wilder and Ortiz, you know, just this, and then the prospects that I covered that are coming up, you know, with the Parkers getting ready to fight Takam, and you got guys like Adrian Granat. You got a lot of guys coming up. I don't want to start dropping names, but a lot of guys coming up. Check out my heavyweight prospect playlist. I have about 60 prospects on there, so go check that list out. Those are some of the upcoming guys. What do you guys think, though? Do you think if Klitschko wins, this is just back to Klitschko, you know, he's going to reign, he's going to dominate the division with an iron fist? Or do you think, okay, he beat Tyson Fury, but he can't beat Joshua, he can't beat, you know, Wilder or Povetkin? Well, he's beat Povetkin, but he can't beat him again. You know what I'm saying? But how do you guys think shit's going to play out? Do you think that if Vladimir wins, he's going to continue to dominate? Or do you think, hey, he's going to probably lose in his next fight after the Fury fight? Me, I really think that the dominance over the division with the iron fist, and this is his division, I think those days are over. I just really do. Not because he lost to Fury. Got to listen to me, y'all, because some of y'all get real emotional about this dude. Is what I seen in a Jennings fight against a much smaller guy who's not known for his huge knockout power. He was able to sustain everything Vladimir was doing, even won a round or two, some rounds in that fight. And you would think a guy that has the size advantage, the pedigree of Vladimir, would have been able to dominate a guy like Jennings. Now, props to Jennings, but a guy with his experience and still learning on the job, I wouldn't expect him to go 12 rounds with a guy like Vladimir Klitschko. I just wouldn't. And there were some other things just physically from Vladimir. He just didn't look the same. So I've been saying this since that fight, not because he lost to Tyson Fury. The Tyson Fury loss was just the cherry on top, because was saying I had been saying this about Vladimir. But I'm curious to hear your opinion. Leave it in the comments section. YTBC. I'm out.